What do you miss about NASA? Do you miss anything from
NASA? It's the colleagues, because in NASA the group would be working on one thing. In the universities, it's very rare that you have more than two people working on the similar kinds of things. And for a long time, I worked on moon rocks. In Bloomington, there's not a single person who has worked on moon rocks. Not a single person who works on meteorites. There are people now who work on planetary science. David Bish, I don't know if you have met him or not. He goes to Italy often. He's a clay mineralogist. And he goes to Naples and other places.
And so what is the pro of working in a university when you are one of the few, if not the only one, working on your specific topic?
Very difficult. And in a sense, I probably should have left Bloomington when there would be no expansion on moon rocks. There was moon rock work when I was a graduate student, but after that there was nothing. There was one professor who worked on moon rocks, but he gave up by the time I came back in to teach. It was very difficult because that immediately made that I would not have any student. I could not honestly accept a student even if somebody wanted to work on it, because there would be no group to interact. So I went to Houston many times a year, up to about 6 times a year, to interact with people there.
So interaction is key.
Interaction, yeah, you can say networking, interactions, whatever, but it's an intellectual interaction, intellectual networking.
Yeah.
And again, this was even before the days of easy email. So now, even if I do not see Dr. Bickford more than once a year, if that, we can talk and we can exchange email, we can exchange, on the fly, I can say, this is the photomicrograph that I took 5 minutes ago. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. In those days, that was not possible.
Is there anything that you want to suggest to students that they are pursuing a career, looking for a job for the first time?
Try to disobey your professor. And in my teaching, if I may add one thing, when I used to teach sedimentary petrology here, sandstone petrology here, the kind of sandstone petrology has changed. But anyway, when I used to teach, my first assignment to graduate students in that graduate course was to give one of my papers for them to read and to answer only one question. Find one error in this paper. There are several, I know now, but find what's a mistake.
Very good. Thank you very much, Professor A.Basu.
You're very welcome.